Good morning and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Wednesday, July 26th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right. Set that aside for the crude inventory session this morning. That will be at 10:30. Crude oil. Have a setup about 22 seconds before our start time. Obviously that's an easy get in sync there. Plenty of time to get in that. That goes to target 1 for 12 ticks and stops out for a single tick on the trailing stop. 13 tick win this morning. One and done. Unleaded also picking up a trade 7 minutes after our start time, 9:07:07. We have a pullback to the entry again, so definitely in the trade. Target 1 and target 2 were hit. So target 1 traders pick up 42 at target 2 traders 65. And we trail up to 83.22 from our entry at 82.16, 106 ticks. So 171 for target 2 traders, 148 for target 1. One and done. So now we're waiting for market open, and we'll bring up the micro NQ. That doesn't start, we won't start that till 4 minutes after market open. Nothing on the YM, flat there. We have a get in sync short on soybeans. And because that would have been a stop and reverse, that long is filtered on soybeans. Good morning, Miles. Almost time for market open. Four seconds, 2, 1. Market is open. No time to catch that. And now we pick up a get in sync long on soybeans that triggered in. Soybeans is long. YM gets a long trade. YM picking up target 1 on the long trade, so that'll be a one and done session for today. Russell, that looks like probably a valid trade. Let's duplicate the tab. And make it a 4-second chart. So right there is our entry. Nope. Looks like we touched the entry first and then went to the stop. So that's a no trade. Actually, that was right on. Good morning, Pamela. We're waiting for our first trade on Micro Russell. YM trailing at 549 now, turning into a really nice trade. Soybeans did hit target 1, came back and stopped out at 21 flat from our entry at 20 1/4. So 3 ticks times 3 positions, and 9 ticks on the trailer and 13 on target, 22 ticks. That's 5.5 points. $275 on a 4 contract trade. $583 for now for the YM stop. Micro NQ in a trade that was too early for our session, but we now are in the session, so we'll look for a new trade past our start time. Looking for trades on the Micro Russell, the Micro NQ, and the Pound Aussie. Looks like YM stopped out at 589. Nice big trailer. So the YM is one and done. Soybeans is one and done. Crude and unleaded were both one and done. No trades yet on our other 3 charts. Pound Aussie with a pullback. This would be a tough short to take on the pound Aussie with that kind of up move. Pound Aussie up strongly through the European, most of the European session. European session and the bridge into our US session. YM bouncing up hard off the session low to open for the session open, or sorry, for market open, just setting a session low just before market open, and then blasting through to session highs now. Well, looks like we might have a crossover to the short side on the micro Russell. Nope, it came to the came together but didn't actually cross, so no trades there. And there's your short on the pound Aussie, 91.58. And the short trade triggers in on the pound Aussie. Okay, we had a crossover to short on the micro Russell, but that to the short side, but filtered by the 20, I believe that's 22 EMA. Yeah, 22 EMA. All right, long trade setup on the micro NQ and a long on the Russell. And we are short on the pound Aussie, so everything got going at once. That's a valid trade on the long on the micro NQ. We didn't hit the entry until after the stop. So we'll track this one manually. Money management on the micro Russell. Stop at 87.7. Target 2, looking for target 3. Russell and the micro Russell, micro NQ both headed upward. Micro NQ running into its 50 EMA. It's going to have to push through that to get to money management at target 1. Micro Russell setting new session highs, 1990.1. Target 1 at 611. 611 flat. Target 3 achieved on the Russell. So trade number 1 will be a winner. Pound Aussie down through the 20 SMA. Getting close to money management. We've got two targets still above the 50 EMA at this point, so that's probably good. Target 4 on the micro Russell, 89.4 for the trailing stop. And target 1, so that is money management on micro NQ. Stop will come to $594 3/4. $592.50 was the entry. And now we'll trail 6 ticks behind the EMA. So 95.5. So actually we'll be, yeah, we aren't, that's right, we aren't trailing yet. We got to get 150%. So we'll need to get target 2. 90.9 for the trailer on the micro Russell. Micro Russell pushing back up toward that 2000 level. And money management on the pound Aussie. got down as low as 139.7. Target was at 139, so not quite, but almost. If you're watching that closely, that one would be one I would probably try to trade for profit on. And the micro Russell stops out at 90.9, trade number 1 in the books, and as a winner. And the micro NQ stopping out for a break even. So flat on our 2 market indices on Catapult, both custom Renko charts. $15-tick brick, 5-tick offset on the micro Russell, 1.5 point brick, half-point offset for those on TradeStation. The micro NQ is a 12-point brick with a 3-point offset, 48 ticks on the brick size, 12-point ticks on the offset. And the pound Aussie taking another run at the target. I saw 39.8 on my data. Yep, that's the low we've gotten so far on this bar. Micro Russell pushing down. Well, I am kind of going sideways since it went through setting some session highs. Came back to test the 50 as it crossed the 200, and now seems like it might be wanting to continue upward. And target 1 achieved on the pound Aussie, so this will be a one and done session. And the short trade that I wasn't liking the look of ends up being successful. That's why you take what the system presents. Don't second guess it. And YM looks like it's kind of in a sideways consolidation at the moment. Looks like close of this bar will bring the trailer on the pound Aussie down to 156. Pound Aussie now trying to push down to target 2. Target 2 sitting right at the 50 EMA. Another long trade on the micro Russell. Triggering in. Definitely plenty of time to get into that. Did we get our 14 ticks? Got to 92.9. Entry was 91.6. No, we only got 13. Still with full risk on that micro Russell trade. Trade the plan. It may be a loss, but it also may come back up and end up being a winner. Hindsight is 20/20, but you gotta trust the system at the right edge of the chart. Trust your trade plan and execute the trade plan with whatever rules you have set up. And a full loss and a short setup on the micro Russell. $50 EMA between the entry, and we did touch the entry. Plenty of time to have had the order in, so we should be in that. Okay, pound Aussie stop did come down to 56. And the Russell short is in a little bit of trouble, taking heat. Bouncing off the slow cat line. But not done yet. It's kind of stuck in between the cat lines at the moment. And now pushing down toward the entry again. Looks like we'll come down to 53 on the close of the next bar on the pound Aussie. No 10 a.m. session on crude this morning. Inventory report in another 30 minutes plus a few seconds. So we'll watch these three markets for another 15 minutes before I have to shut down and reset for the crude inventory session. And the pound Aussie trailing stop comes down to 53. So that gets us to, it covers my spread anyway. Now, so I'm not worried about losing on the trailer. And the micro Russell short trade testing the 50, peaked below, but we need a solid close below. And down to 51 with the micro NQ. I'm sorry, with the pound Aussie. Ooh, looks like the next one will be down to like 46. And target one achieved, and that's going to be a break-even stop out on the micro Russell. Intra-bar. So one win, one loss, one break even. On the micro Russell, micro NQ with one break even. YM trending downward, as now is the micro Russell. Looking like it clipped target 2 there. Looking for target 3 for the first position coming off. And there's target 3, win number 2 on trade number 4. No, that's right. Unfortunately, we stopped out break even intra-bar right back here. The calculator doesn't, however, do that. It just moves at the close of each bar. So it's still tracking that trade. And stop doesn't move. The bar closed just above the balance line, so stop stays at 51 on the pound Aussie. And looking like we may very well stop out here. Looks like we touched the stop. Spread's down to about 3 pips right now. So I'm still in. And there it goes. And a long trade, but we're done. That's a one and done on the pound Aussie. So waiting for a new trade on the micro Russell. And waiting for a new trade on the micro NQ. Those are our only active charts at the moment. Everything else is POQ. No losers today at this point. Five markets going one and done today. Target, if we were still in target 4 and now, and that's still surviving, 88.1 on the trailer on the micro Russell. But we did stop out intra-bar here on our number 4. Trade number 3. So another 9 minutes to watch these two. Any questions? Questions or comments this morning? Kind of a get it done session this morning. Now we have the micro Russell heading at the moment in the opposite direction from the micro Russell, or the micro NQ heading in a different direction than the micro Russell and the YM. And the YM trying to push back up through all 3 moving averages, sitting within just a couple of points of each other. Major crossover here. And the micro Russell trade did stop out, so we are looking now for our next trade, and there it is. Long trade. Looks like there probably was, yeah, and there's your chance, definitely chance to get in it. Trade number 4 on the Russell is long. We've been trending slightly downward. Let's see if we can be successful on this long side, though. Well, the initial trade this morning on the Russell was a very successful long. Soybeans has been a bit of a mess since we got our one and done and stepped aside. Russell taking a lot of heat there, missing the stop by a single tick. And the Russell taking loss number 2. So lower highs continuing since our successful long trade on the Russell. Short trade on the micro NQ. Plenty of time to get into that. And a quick full loss. Not a nice pattern there. So our catapult trades on the micro Russell and the micro NQ currently are down. New short trade on the micro Russell, trade number 5. Set up to go short at 85.9. So we have one break even, one loss on the micro NQ. 1 win, 2 losses, and a break even on the Micro Russell. Micro Russell short still valid at the moment until we get a crossover. It hasn't triggered in, so hitting the stop or closing beyond the stop doesn't cancel the trade. Takes a crossover in the opposite direction, so we will keep an eye on it. I think the slow cat line is right in the 50 EMA. $88.1. Oh no, it's slow cat line is all the way up here. So this is still a valid short on the Micro Russell, and the Micro NQ picking up a long trade. So Micro Russell short setup, Micro NQ in a long setup. Short trade triggering in on the Micro Russell. Okay, we got to go 5 ticks beyond that. We had a major key level or a key level adjustment there, but we got to go down to entry at 85.9. We got down to 84.5, so that's our 14 ticks. So 85.8 is our break-even stop. Which is right on the top of that bar. And stopping out, another intra-bar break even. So 2 win, 2 losses, 2 break evens. We could take one more trade, but that's going to be all I have time to track today. Time to set up for the crude inventory report. So I will see everybody in a few minutes for the crude inventory report. We'll close this stream and start a new one shortly before 10:30. So we will see you a few minutes before 10:30. Back shortly.